Hello, everyone. Music Scene Investigation is on the air. Rich Wildman here for all your music needs, and that's it. Really, that is it. That's all I do, and you can't make me do anything else.
I need a new harmonica. Can you get me one in the post, please?
Can't do that. That's not a music need. That is a I need.
For music. So...
Yeah, sorry. Doesn't work that way. Not unless it's Tuesday and everything is in triplicate.
All rubbish.
That's just the way it goes. Anyway, glad to have everybody with us. 3 new songs in front of the panel today. It's going to be a good one, I think. As I said in Twitter, it's like Kiss said, I want to rock and roll all night. There you go.
Every day.
Gives you kind of a hint of the kind of day we got coming here on Music Scene Investigation. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we also have the witness statements from last week. We'll be going over those in just a second. I do want to take the opportunity to wish a big congratulations going out to Salme Dahlstrom and her song, Pop Your Heart Out. Yes, it is a pop song, in my opinion. And that was voted as Band of the Month. Salme Dahlstrom, our Band of the Month winner in Hit List on this past Wednesday. So congratulations to her, and we're very happy for her and look forward to hearing more from her throughout this month. I expect new music. That's what I expect. I don't know about anybody else, but we'll find out what everybody thinks as we meet our panel. We're going to do that right now on motorcycle racing, and taking the corner in the lead is number 3, and Ian Husbands is in London, England. Ian, how are you?
I'm just here at Trackside, Rich, and the local chavs are racing their hairdryers down the street.
You know, somebody's got to do it.
Do you remember pod racing from Star Wars?
I do, yes.
And how exciting that was.
Only for about 1/10 of a second as they sped by the stands. Everything else was totally outside of the crowd's view.
Well, this is nothing like that at all.
By the way, Billy Kay joins us in the audience.
Hey, Billy. I want to say, you said, in my opinion, Salme Dahlstrom's Pop Your Heart Out was a pop song.
It should be a dance tune.
When we done the hit list...
Yeah. I said it wants to be
two dance. You said it wants to be a pop song, but wasn't quite a pop song because it had elements of dance and other things in there.
I said it wants to be a dance song, but it doesn't have the beat and the bass to make it a dance song. It is a pop song. I think I said she wants it to be a dance song, but it doesn't make it.
You said it wasn't a pop song because we had this discussion.
No, we can go.
You did also say
we can go to tape.
You did say that you'd change your mind next time you listen to it.
We can go to tape. You know,
run VT.
We won't do that. We've only got a short time here today to do do justice to the 3 new artists we're going to be listening to today.
This is why you don't get an opinion, because you're always changing your bloody mind.
Well, you know, it is what it is, and not a lot I can say about it. I mean, when you hear this music as much as I do, your opinion is bound to change every once in a while. You have nothing to say to that. Why don't you tell me about the witness statements from last week?
Well, this is an easy one because everyone agreed with us, as This Road by Echoic was Song of the Week. Everyone agreed with us on that. We had 100% of the votes for songwriting, performance, and mixing production. We got one right for a change. Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad. By the way, I think Pinky agrees with you, and about Salme Dahlstrom's track. Sounds like it's crying out for a club mix.
There you go, you see?
Yeah, you were the guy who said it could be mixed into anything and everything, and should be and probably would be.
I did.
Yeah. Hey, Karki.
Very often, you know, it's not very often I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to go to tape on that, too. I'm not sure. By the way, Karki is in the audience along with Billy K. Karki, stay away from Billy. Billy, stay away from Karki. She's a nice person. Just want to throw that out there because I know Billy has a reputation. I don't know.
Everyone play nicely.
Yeah, we don't want any complaints that our janitor will have to take care of. You know. All right. In Las Vegas, it's Andrea Bensmiller joining us. Andrea, once again, looks great. How are you?
I'm really good. How is everybody?
Doing fine, doing fine. Just trying to weather out the early days of summer here.
Yeah, I think everybody has some rain and some storms and all that right now. It's a little cloudy here. It's gorgeous, but it's a little cloudy.
Isn't
Always
it?
looks like it's threatening rain.
Isn't the saying April showers bring May flowers?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, on the West Coast, I think we get 1 week of rain now a year.
And California
So,
gets none.
yeah. So
California's been bad.
this year, it's really like every time you see a rain cloud, we want to buy each other drinks. It's crazy. It's just one of those really bad years.
Well, maybe next year it'll all change. Maybe you guys will get so much water you won't know what to do with it.
I'm hoping that we actually get smart and figure out at some point in this advanced civilization that we're living in how to melt the snow that they don't know what to do with every year on the East Coast and pipeline it out here to the West Coast.
I've got a solution for this whole water issue on the West Coast. A very simple, very straightforward solution. All that has to happen is the politically minded people in power have to do what I tell them to. It's very simple. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All
Hit
right.
me.
Get all the environmentalists out of the way of people getting to the water they need to live. Who cares about the damn little lizards and salmon and fish and all that crap, because people are more important.
Well, I would agree
I
with that,
reckon-
but I have to tell you that on the West Coast, there's only one thing in the way of people actually having water. Do you know what it is?
Water.
Well, that too.
Yeah, no,
Make that too.
It's your darned environmentalists.
No, it's the fact that we have wanted to put up desal plants on the West Coast for the last 20 years, and the people who own property on the beach won't allow it because they don't want their views to be hindered. So San Diego was the first smart city, and they've done it. They built their own desal plant because they didn't want to be water broke. And now we got to convince all the other people.
Now,
San
Diego's not hurting for water. Is that what you're telling me?
Not now, they're not.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, desalinization. It's the way of the future.
It is. It is.
I'm not arguing with
there's
it.
there's all that Arctic ice water coming down.
Yeah. There you go. Who was it that wanted to take and bring the William Shatner wants to lasso icebergs or whatever and bring them down or something. I don't know.
But I mean, you should think about this because I mean, this could be a good industry. I mean, all the desalination of water, you're going to end up with a lot of salt left over, so you'd have a good export as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you could make a power plant out of it too. There's lots of good ideas there.
All right. Well, welcome to Hardball, only on MSI. Our guest.
Point counterpoint. Who wants to be the arguer?
Oh, goodness. Ian's pretty good at that.
I can argue about anything. What do you want to argue about?
He can. He's married. It comes with the territory. I'm kidding.
I'll play this back to her. Then you can. Chat with her later.
No. I love Tony to death. You know that. I'm just kidding, Tony. Honest. Really, I am. Our guest panelist today joins us all the way from Hollywood, Florida. You notice I said the pause there. I had to. It's required by law in Hollywood, L.A. or Florida. I think it's the law. Mr. Mark Lamdanski, Worldwide Indie Radio. Hey, Mark, how are you? Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be asked back. Not asked back, asked back.
Here we go. It was pillow chewing earlier, arse-back trousers now, or arseless trousers, maybe. I don't know.
I was wondering who backed out that made you call me.
Nobody, actually. You are the man. You're on our list. And, actually, what it was, we got to talking and laughing, because that's what we do when we talk about you. We laugh. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a very good way. Because you suck pillows, apparently. Your own words, not mine.
I thought you were going to bring up the hit list song.
I was. And we're going to give you a chance to redeem yourself.
Thank you.
Apparently he sucks pillows while you're asking him questions. I mean, you know.
It's called pillow talk.
Oh.
I'm just saying. It's all
sorry, viewers. Sorry to leave you with that image in your heads at this time of night.
Yeah, try and sleep on that one, everybody. Think about it a while and then cringe in horror. All right, Mark, let me ask you a question. The IMC magazine is all over the place. It's on all the social networks of late. Tell us a little bit about the IMC magazine and what you've got. I know you've done a couple of things with it since we last talked about it.
Well, yeah, every month we seem to be growing with both content and viewers or readers. We just actually, what is it, May 17th today? So a little over 2 weeks ago, we released our third issue. We got issue 4 coming out on June 1st. And yeah, it's really doing much better than I had originally anticipated would be for the first few months. Just between last month and this month, we've more than doubled our readership. And it's, yeah, we got a great group of people that are providing some excellent content for the magazine. People that Carol and I both know from the Twitter Tuesday Live days. And also Diana, you know Diana Rich.
I do.
She's contributor for INN. And yeah, it's just, we got some great stuff in there. In addition to the bands of the month that we feature in there, both for Hit List, for Indie Music Plus, and of course we also pick our own band of the month who gets the cover. We have, our primary focus has been mostly on music because that's what we know. But we're trying to feature book reviews, film reviews, music reviews. Diana has been out there roaming New York, going to private breweries and sampling the beers, learning about how they make them. And she's been doing a fantastic job. So we even have beer reviews from microbreweries. Love to be able to get more kind of like a digital magazine version of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives going, privately owned restaurant reviews. I'm focused on, the magazine is focused on the smaller business, the independents, and that's what we're trying to push and promote. And we want it to be more than just music. And so far, we're doing great. This coming month in June, we're going to have a couple of pages dedicated to Father's Day. Anybody who would like to submit a picture of their father along with a quote about their dad, we will put it into the magazine for the June issue. So we're pretty excited about the way things are going. It looks good, feels good. Carol is doing a fantastic job with the editing and the design of the magazine.
So what is it? What is it then? Carol doing the design and editing. What is it that you actually do there, Mark? I'm just I'm doing some design and editing myself, but I also I'm responsible for the bands of the month. I'm responsible for designing the cover and the back cover. All right. Now, Billy Kay in the audience is stating that he is perfectly willing to do reviews of Asian massage parlors. So if you ever get in that direction, I guess he's your man.
Where do we apply to be a beer reviewer?
Hey,
how do we apply for that job?
You got it. Send me an email. I'll be happy to have more beer reviewers. But as far as Billy is concerned, he can do those reviews if he wants, as long as the person getting the massage is not him, because we don't want pictures of his naked body on a table. No, yeah, it's any type of business that we think would have mass appeal. I'll tell you, it's always been one of my goals to have a pizza review website, for example, that would have nothing but mom and pop pizza shops, and just reviews of the mom and pops, and that's it. And that would be good for the magazine too.
Oh, there you
send me a bottle of whiskey, and I'll review it for you. From start to finish.
You might never get the review back, but he would review it.
Might be
alcohol reviews. You have no shortage of, in the musician community, no shortage of reviewers for the alcohol stuff.
There you go.
Or the pizza. You know what? To be honest, or the pizza.
yeah. Point taken.
That's true too. And you know what? Maybe we can do hemp reviews as well. We'll
just, no. I
don't know what you're talking about. We never clue what you're on about here.
Yeah. I don't think they make guitar strings out of hemp, so I think you're right out there.
I think it means for the clothing, for the hippie clothing. That's what he's on about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my fault there. Now, I know that the magazine is now mobile friendly, so you can get it anywhere you happen to be, whether you're on a tablet, a phone. No matter where you are, you have no excuse for not reading the IMC magazine.
That is true. Mobile version that you can read using the web browser on your phone, and we also can be we also can be seen in the native iPad app, which is by JOOMag, JOOMAG. Just search for that if you have an iPad, and you can find us and lots of other quality digital magazines as well.
Well, that's very cool. Now, Worldwide Indie Radio is still up and running. You're still going strong with that. Has there been any talk about any new programming on there, like a revival of Twitter Tuesday Live or anything like that?
Bring back Twitter Tuesday. Bring back Twitter Tuesday. Bring back. Sorry.
Carol and I, we miss it, but our focus is on the magazine right now. We think we've hit something big here that we can.
I got a suggestion for you.
Yeah.
Facebook Friday.
Facebook.
I got one. I got Twitter Thursday.
If that was going to be our new show, Rich, we would never see you.
You're right. You wouldn't. That's true. That's true.
And, Pinky's looking for the website. It's the IMCMag.com. I'll even put it in the chat for you. The IMC. Look at this.
I don't know if it'll go in the chat. Ian may have to do that.
Oh, look at that. And nothing showed up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What is it? IMC.
The IMCMag.
.com. Yes.
.com.
All right. Now, Mark, I go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying it did show up in the chat.
All right, cool. So there you go.
Snap.
Now, I want to make sure, Mark, that you're with me 100% here. We review music on this show, and every week we have our panelists go to a special playback page where we have a lot of music lined out. We're listening to the top 3 songs on that page. You with me?
What happened? Did Rich cut out, guys? I kind of lost it. Rich go somewhere?
He's got a dodgy microphone. It's been like that for weeks.
It's true. It has been.
Poor Mark. He's never going to live this down.
I actually talked with the guys at Heil Sound about fixing my other one. They said, sure, take a look at our repair page and send it to us. I can't find my receipt, though, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Did they also advise you to sort of be more careful with your guest selection?
They didn't mention anything about that, come to think of it, Ian. I don't know what happened there. So, anyway, we do have music to review this week. We've got 3 new songs that we're going to take a listen to and get our panel's thoughts on. So I want to get into that right now. 3 new songs, everybody. As I alluded to earlier, Kiss said it first. I want to rock and roll all night. Basically, that's a clue as to the theme of this show. Not that we have themes, but apparently this one we did. So we're going to go with
VDM.
Hey, what'd he say?
I don't know. Something about EDM.
I'm going to the bar.
S&M? I'm not sure. All right, song number one coming your way on today's music scene investigation. Here it is, everybody. Please enjoy song number one on today's MSI.
Push and pull, no give and take. Push and pull until I break. With me and you, the light is awful wrong. No way to live between dusk and dawn. Good times roll, but the bad is worse. Stuck in a love that feels like a curse. And all the silence that you share fuels the whispers in the air. Push till I feel the burn. Push, will I ever learn? Push and pull, no give and take. Push and pull until I break. We're a movie without the cliche. And no amount of time will help that change. And all the silence that you share fuels the whispers in the air. Push till I feel the burn. Push, will I ever learn? Push and pull, no give and take. Push and pull until I break. Push till I feel the burn. Push, will I ever learn? Push and pull, no give and take. Push and pull until I break. Push,
There it is. That is track number one on the broadcast today. We're going to throw it to our panel, get their thoughts on this one, starting out with Ian Husbands. Ian, any more racing around the house there, or are you okay to talk about this track?
We had a donkey and cart go past about 3 minutes ago, but I think he's just about left.
All right, well, that's good in the donkey cart race number two on today's circuit.
Right, okay, this track. Okay, let's start. There's some good stuff going on here. There's a great groove. I like the guy's voice. There's some good guitar work going on, but mix-wise, I've got a few issues. The drums, reverb-wise, they just sounded so set back, but still quite up front in volume. Reverbs were wrong. They weren't just the drums weren't sitting quite right for me. The snare was a bit too snappy in places. I wanted a rounder, sort of rockier, heavier snare, and yeah, less reverb across the board. And also there was some timing issues, especially on some of the fills and stuff like that. To start with, I thought are these drums programmed? And then I thought, no, as the sort of track progressed, I don't think they were. But yeah, it just sounded, the whole sort of drum sound was a bit wrong, especially with those reverbs on it to start with. Chorus, verse to chorus, there's a hook there with the push, but I didn't think that was emphasised strong enough. More instrumentation, something else to sort of drive that chorus in. It didn't sort of seem to sort of transition too well. It felt a bit awkward. Again, that could have been due to timing issues with the drummer. Some of the feels were a bit out. Guitars were big, bass was solid. Bass wasn't anything to write home about. He held down the groove really well. I would have liked to heard him do a little bit more work, sort of hook him with more of the feels and do some runs and stuff like that. He just sort of plodded there. He held the groove down well from the point of view of locking in with the drummer as he could. But yeah, vocal placed all right. I would like to have more backing vocals, more layering of that vocal and get it sort of a bit more produced. I think this track was lacking in production. You've got the good basics there, but I think you need a bit of ear candy going on just to sort of smooth this out a little bit. Loud, very loud, overcompressed. You could hear everything, but again, it was fighting for space in a lot of the time, especially those guitars sort of left and right. They were sort of dominating in places. But yeah, remix, maybe just add some bits and pieces to this and get those drums a bit more grooving and a bit more solid in the mix. And it will sound great.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Ian. Thank you. Now over to Andrea Bensmiller. Andrea, in Vegas, I know there aren't any races going on at the moment. So what do you think of track number 1?
Yeah, I had some of the same comments that Ian had. Really, really good start on this track. I mean, it's got some great guitar tones. I agree. The drums are very, very pulled back. It was immediately, that was the first thing that I heard when everybody came in together. Nice vocal, good vocalist, well recorded, nice backing vocals. I like that medium. This is now called classic rock in the States. I don't know if everybody knows that now, but when I was growing up, classic rock was classic rock from the 70s, right? And now this is called classic rock. So, and it's very, very authentic to that era, that 80s, very, very pop rock kind of feel. And it's really well done. And the holes here to me are that it's a little bit too thinky. It's very controlled. It's kind of safe. There's not a lot of production going on. It's kind of like a demo. There's a lot of space to be filled. The guitars sound great, but there's just not a whole lot of them going on. The solo gets pulled back as soon as it starts, and it should be really dominating in the front when it comes in. And overall, there could be definitely some more production, some keyboard lines in the back, something, a little bit tricky, a little tasty here and there, because it's a good solid track, but it's very simple and it's very kind of dressed down. So yeah, definitely good band, good players, some more ideas, some more work into how you develop this. If your track sounds like a demo, that's probably how people are going to think of you. Not quite ready. Even if you sound good, not quite ready. Doesn't sound like an album. Even for the time period, it doesn't sound like an album. So, so really good track. Yeah, same kind of critiques that Ian had. Very hot, very, very hot. Could pull back a little bit on that, but nicely done. Nicely done. Good start.
All right, very cool. Thank you, Andrea. And now to Mr. Mark Lamdanski, Worldwide Indie Radio, the IMCMag. Mark, what do you think about track number 1 today?
Kind of difficult to add on to what Ian and Andrea have said. The notes that I wrote down here, I'm like going through and crossing everything out as they're going through what they said. But yeah, I enjoyed the tune overall. It's got some really good potential there. One of the things that I think bothered me was the melody of the vocal, the vocal melody. It was you know, with the exception of a few spots here and there, it was the same two notes over and over and over again. And while, you know, I enjoyed the song, that kind of got to me. That was like, all right, you know, sing something else. You know, let me hear your range. What else can you do? But the guitar solo I thought was great. I also think it was too far back in the mix. It needed to be louder, more up front and in your face. The snare, the drums, I thought were not real at the beginning. I thought it was a machine. The snare sound, I also agree with Ian on that. It was, to me, he used the term snappy. I guess I would have used maybe tinny. And I do believe that some more backing vocals here and there would have been good, and maybe a really good bridge at some point would have made, you know, stand out. And I'll go ahead and say what Ian didn't say, and that's the song faded out instead of ending like he likes it.
I've grown numb.
Yeah, I can see that. You just don't care anymore. And it
I'm
was very,
desensitized, man.
yeah. It has a very great. I'm a big fan of classic rock. You know, back from the '70s and early '80s. It's got that really great classic rock feel, and you know, good tune, and maybe a few changes to it, and I would have given it, you know, an A+.
All right. Well, I appreciate your thoughts, Mark. Thank you very much. Name of track number 1 for everybody who wants to know and looking forward to finding out who it is. It's by a band called Full Driven, and the name of the track is Push. So we thank Full Driven for sending that song into Music Scene Investigation. Of course, if you want your music in front of our panel, all you have to do is go to musicsceneinvestigation.com and click Submit a Song at the top of the page. If you're not already signed up on the site, it's very simple to do. Will take you less than probably a minute and a half to get everything done and get your music submission started. So very simple, and we appreciate you taking a look at it. And again, we'll have more music in front of our panel next week, and a couple of more still yet today to go through. So let's go ahead and start with song number 2 on the show right now. This is the second song of the day on Music Scene Investigation. Certainly hope you enjoy it as well.
Walking out in these shoes, I can't escape these blues without you. No matter how far from home, even places unknown, I'll find you. The picture in my hand holds the heart of this man is you. It's all up in my head, these images I see, I'll find you. Oh, yeah.
that is track number 2 on the broadcast today. We're going to throw things back to our panel, get their thoughts, of course, starting with Ms. Andrea Bensmiller. Andrea, track number 2, what are your thoughts there?
Wow, I love this track. Really, really nicely done track. There's so much good in it, and just a little bit of stuff that I have for comments. Great start. Drums nice and solid. I like that they're simple. When the delayed guitar comes in, nice. I like the spread on it. Really nicely done. And then that voice. This guy's voice is so beautiful, killer. Really nicely placed. It's well recorded. The backing vocals are really, well arranged. Everything about that was great. The song itself, solid melody hook. It was difficult for me to understand all the lyrics, and I'll get to that in a second. But really, this is a really well-built track. I like that it's, it was well recorded. It's well sung. It's very current. It's very now. I can totally hear it on the radio out right now. So there's so much good stuff in here. My only critique, that I thought the mix was a little bit washy. I thought that it had some extra reverbs and some delays in there that could have been pulled back just a little bit, because it's kind of got a little bit hard to distinguish where everything was when everybody came in together. The vocal, like I said, difficult to distinguish. It sometimes need to be pulled up or EQ'd in those sections where you've got a lot of power and a lot going on. It's probably the hardest thing to do in a mix, and I've totally been here, where you've got a lot of tracks going, you've got a lot of depth, you've used, a lot of your spectrum, and you somehow still have to place this vocal in the EQ spectrum so it doesn't get completely lost without it sounding completely in your face and totally separated from the track. It's a real challenge. It's very difficult, especially in the digital world, where as soon as you start adding a lot of plugins and a lot more stuff, and you'll find you'll go down and do your final bounce down or your mix down. If you're smart, you'll do it in real time to a different medium and not just use the bouncing function inside your DAW, and here's why. When you add all that stuff together digitally, when you go to bounce it down, it's going to truncate stuff. It's going to throw some bits away. And the vocal distinguishability is one of the first places you'll see that happen. And I think that's what happened on this track. The bass is a little bit dominating, but so much good stuff going on in this track in terms of the musicianship and the song and the production. Really good. It needs some basic tweaks, but awesome job.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrea. Over to Mark Lamdanski. Mark, track number 2, over to you, sir.
Andrea is, we're on like same wavelength here. Everything she said is exactly what I wrote down as well. And I thought it was a great song. As soon as it started, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I like this. And the vocalist has a fantastic voice, very well done. I agreed. My notes say that the lead vocals became a little bit lost behind the guitars in some points of the song, and I'm pretty sure that that's what that Andrea was talking about. But other than that, I'm not an expert in mix, but I could hear that. I was trying to hear what the guy was singing, and I really couldn't make it out behind the awesome guitars that were going on in the song. The background vocal arrangement was fantastic. The only critique I have for that is at the end of the song, maybe mix it up a little bit. After a while, I got tired of hearing oh over and over and over.
Stuck in your head, though, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna be having nightmares about it. And except it's gonna be Ian singing it in my head tonight.
Probably Rich. From the earlier conversations.
The guitar's very U2-ish. I can tell Edge probably had a big influence on the guitar the guitarist in this song. But I could easily listen to this song over and over again. And good job, guys. I really like it.
All right. Thank you, Mark. And Ian, is called Pillow Talk. All right. Pillow Talk. That's all I'm saying. Over to you, Ian. What do you think of track number 2 after you wipe your tongue off?
Oh, dear. Sorry, I'm feeling...
I really
if you're, I was going to say, if you're not watching the video on this, and we know you're not yet, make sure you do watch the video on this, because some of the faces Ian has pulled today, pretty wild. Go ahead, Ian.
Makes me shiver and worry. And no, anyway, right, yeah. I mean, what can I say that Mark and Andrea haven't said? Very well produced, very slick, great performances going on. Elements of U2, elements of Matchbox 20, Rob Thomas, The Killers. Lots of good influences going on there from my point of view. I would say, I mean, I understand what Andrea's saying about the use of effects on the vocals. I agree. I wanted to hear that guy's voice rawer, because he can sing, and he can sing well, and I just wanted to hear that a bit more natural. That's a personal preference, I think, from my point of view. You know, if you put this out on the radio, I think they'd play it. Yeah, the vocal was getting lost in places. My idea would have been just a touch more compression on that, just to sort of bring it up and take it out of that mix a little bit more, as Andrew was saying. It was elements where it was getting lost, some of those big guitars coming in, and it was just sort of getting pushed a little bit in the background. I bet they're a great band live. Oh, and elements of Kings of Leon as well, I thought, in this as well. Love that. Mark does it so well. Backing vocal, I didn't think that was overdone. I thought that was about right for what it was, and it has stuck in everyone's head. Great track.
All right, Ian, I appreciate your thoughts as well. Thank you very much. The name of track number 2, for everybody's information, it is from a band called Kangaroo KF, and the name of the song is called It's You. Thank you, Kangaroo, for sending that track into Music Scene Investigation. All right, we have one. Go ahead. What was that?
Are they from Australia? Do you know?
I believe so, if I remember correctly. At least
Nice.
I believe the lead singer is.
Was the lead singer Joey?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I could be, but I believe at least the lead singer is. I remember reading a bio of one of the 3 bands, and it was a lead singer from Australia that moved here to the States. So,
Well, I'll be damned.
so there you go.
Oh, he's really in trouble now.
Well, you know, those Australian guys that come get him.
I'll get hopping, man.
They like that thunder from down under.
One more track to listen to on today's broadcast, everybody. Here it is. This is track number 3 on today's MSI. Give it a listen. We'll find out what everybody thinks in just a second on MSI.
And she knows that she's hot, 'cause she knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks her piece. Now she's got her sights on me. I give you everything I got. I know that that is not a lot. So fine, you drive me so crazy. Everybody wants you, and you know it, baby. And she knows that she's hot, 'cause she knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks her piece. Now she's got her sights on me. It's tuned when you walk into the room. You know I want you, baby, and you know that's true. You're getting everything and anything that you want. You're so hot, everybody wants what you got. down and drag the shallow mind. Breaking little hearts and you're killing them all the time. Desire, and it's time to feed. Shooting them down and just to set them free. And she knows that she's hot, 'cause she knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks out peace. Now she's got her sights on me. And she knows that she's hot, 'cause she knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks out peace. Now she's got her sights on me. Knows that she's hot, knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks out peace. Now she's got her sights on me. Knows that she's hot, knows what she's got. Like a gun, you know she speaks out peace. Now she's got her sights on me. Shoo-cha.
Track number 3 on today's MSI. Got to throw it to the panel this time, starting with Mark Lamdanski. Get his thoughts on this one. Mark, over to you, sir.
My ears are ringing. I had the music turned up, and as soon as the music ended, your voice boomed in my ear at the same time. Woo!
Well,
All
you
right.
know, I don't have a pillow over my microphone. Just saying.
Oh my God, yeah. You know, this is in general, I think, is a pretty good song. I don't know if I necessarily like how it was done. I can tell it's kind of a mix between Kiss and Ozzy Osbourne is what I heard. At first I'm thinking Kiss, and then I thought, oh, I hear Ozzy. And I love that stuff. You know, Kiss and Ozzy, man, what a great double bill that would be. But it was mixed to sound like the 70s rock, you know, sound. And at least, you know, that's what I heard. And I personally think you can keep that 70s rock vibe and have a more modern, better sounding mix for the song. You know, I appreciate a good sound and when I'm listening, especially in headphones, and that for me, it sounded tinny. But you know, who the hell am I to talk about the mix? I'm not an expert on that. Well, I'm just, you know, from my own point of view. But the guitars overall very good. The guitar solo, what did he do? Like 5-note scale or something, and that was his guitar solo. It needed a stronger guitar solo than that, I believe. It was very mid-range, the whole song to me. I don't know if I heard enough bass or didn't hear enough treble going on. But the song itself, I thought was really good, and it was really, you know, as a song itself, it was well done, and like it hits my, you know, hits me right where it should be with Kiss and Ozzy. I can't say enough about how much I love that sound. But that's, you know, that's pretty much what I have to say about that one.
All right. Well, I appreciate your thoughts, Mark. Now we're going to take and go over to Ian Husbands as he finishes creating a cigarette, I think. I heard him rolling or making something in the background. So there you go. Ian, what do you think of track number 3?
Yeah, I mean, Mark's sort of hit the nail on the head. It sounds like an old Black Sabbath demo, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
it says like sort of Tony Iommi and sort of Ozzy got together and went, yeah, let's get really stoned and write a song.
And Ozzy would have said something like,
So they've gone in the studio and they've sort of whacked this one out. And they go, yeah, should we put this on the record? Or maybe save it for a B-side. You know, and I don't mean that as in any disrespect. It does. It's got that sort of old Black Sabbath sort of kind of B-side feel to me. Yeah, lots could be ironed out in the mix on this. Unless you really want it to sound like an old Black Sabbath demo and you're trying to flog it off as one or something like that. I don't know. But I mean, you know, it was very a lot in the high mids, especially those guitars. They were a bit brittle and a bit thin in places. The whole mix was, again, a bit use of reverbs. Things weren't sitting quite nicely together. Drums were quite distant. Bass was kind of there. It was cool. It was grooving. You know, it really is that authentic 70s sound, and they've captured that really well. And if that's the way they want this track to sound like, then that's cool. Vocals were, again, this kind of suffered from the opposite effect of the previous track, where the vocals to me were too up front. You know, I want them pulled down a little bit. You know, he does a good Aussie. He does. He sounds like a good early Aussie, and I think that's great. But, you know, is there a place for this now? I don't know. I mean, you know, we're probably due a sort of 70s, 80s rock metal resurgence soon, I'm sure. But, yeah, I mean, there is a track here, but, yeah, not to my appeal. I just think, you know, this track's kind of missed the boat a little bit.
All right, Ian. Well, I appreciate your thoughts on it. And now we go to Andrea for her thoughts. And she's going to have the last word on this song. Andrea, track number 3 to you.
Yeah, Mark and Ian covered, I think, the mix parts and the things that I agree about musically that are not quite there. It's an interesting tune. It's a good enough tune, I think. I'm going to echo Mark on the solo pointless. I don't get the solo. It had brought nothing to the song. And it needs a little bit of structural work, maybe a bridge or something to break it up from the song point of view. Here's the thing. When I first got to Vegas in 2008, I made a lot of money on stages playing classic rock. Really, the early stuff. Ozzy, Judas Priest, Quiet Riot, all that stuff. And it wasn't something that I had spent a ton of time listening to, because I came up in a slightly different era than that. And one of my chief complaints about when I was learning all this music, and there's a lot of it, it's like 4 hours of music from that era, was I'd go and listen to the mixes, and then I'd come into rehearsal and the band would go, "How come you're not playing that bass line right?" I'm like, how would I know? I can't even hear the bass line. It's a mess, you know? And that's because I have ears that were brought up in the digital age. I have ears that were formed, like a lot of people, by the great production age. Really clean sounds, tight production, an attention to making the separation of sound really, really cool. And I think it's hard for people like me to go back and listen to something this retro and go, yeah, that sounds cool. It really doesn't. It sounds like it's flat. It sounds like it's all mushed together. There's no distinction between the instruments. And I guess that's cool if that's what you're looking for, but I would say, is it gonna fly today? I don't really think so. I think our ears are used to hearing lots of other things now. And, you know, you're going to find people, even though we love some of the music or we like your song, when you go to listen to it, it just doesn't meet the standard that we've become used to. So it's something to think about. I get it. It's a concept. It's an interesting idea. I've been there myself. Let's complicate this and make it a little bit more catchy, or, you know, let's throw a gimmick in. I honestly don't think it works in music. It never worked for me. I think it's not worked for a lot of other bands. So maybe rethink that idea, because I think this is not a bad band and not a bad song. But I don't think we're going back in time anytime soon. So there you go.
All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. We're not going back to the 70s. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed too.
It's like a theme lately. I don't know what's happening. It's a theme. Last week was the same thing.
I got my bell-bottom flares ready and everything.
Yeah, I'm going to grow lamb chops. Just saying. I'm ready.
I'm going to start a bonfire where all the ladies can come and burn their bras.
There you go. We're all in. We're all in. Song number 3. You heard it here just a second ago. Paul Dugan, She knows she's hot on Music Scene Investigation. All right, now is the time where we'll take and throw it to our panel so they can make a Song of the Week selection. We'll find out from them their selection in just a second. Do want to remind everybody our Song of the Week selection will go into our hit list. They'll battle it out for Band of the Month along with all of the other Song of the Week selections from this month of May. And that Band of the Month will get a prize and PR package brought to you by the guys and gals over at landr.com, landr.com. They'll receive a 1-year pro package to master all of their music needs in uncompressed WAV and compressed MP3 files as they see fit. If you want to try it out on any LANDR Landar banner on Music Scene Investigation, click it. You can sign up for a free 1-year account, all the free compressed MP3s you'd like, plus two free, count them, 1 and 2, free uncompressed WAV files so you can see if it will work for you and your music. Again, that's landar.com, mastering made easy. Also, PR packages from Worldwide Indie Radio, the IMC Magazine, and Indie Music Bus. Lots of good stuff going on there. Again, we're going to throw it to our panel right now. Find out their selection for Song of the Week. Gentlemen and lady, I'm going to leave it to you to discuss it amongst yourselves and let us know what you think.
Well, mine's easy.
So is mine.
I'm going with 2.
So am I.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer for this week.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
got to go.
Ryan.
Man. Good time, dude. We got to get out of here.
See, that's not the 70s. That's the 80s, Mark.
I know. Whatever.
I'm just waiting for you to go like.
How about?
I thought the Turtles were on air for a minute, to be honest.
I don't know where he comes up with
Radical,
this.
dude.
All right. Well, there you have it. The Song of the Week is Kangaroo KF and their track, It's You. They will go on to our hit list. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. The second Wednesday of June, it will be taking place. You want to make sure you tune in for that as well. Of course, you can join us live every Sunday right here on Music Scene Investigation at musicsceneinvestigation.com. And you can hear us and see us after the fact. We make this thing available on video and audio. Video available on YouTube and iTunes, as well as musicsceneinvestigation.com, where the audio is in all of those places above and many, many more. So we certainly hope you will subscribe, come over and watch, and or just rate it and let us know what you think of it. Let us know if we're doing things right or wrong. We like to think we're doing it right, but you never know.
And for the record, I'd like to state that I do occasionally eat kangaroo steak, but it in no way influenced my decision.
Really? Oh.
You are a sick puppy, Ian. Just saying.
Try it. It's good stuff.
Now, I've had alligator, I've had shark and octopus, but never kangaroo.
If I can, just for a second, I just wanted to give my own shout out to Billy. Hey, Billy. Thanks for showing up today. And Billy is starting a tour now. He's going on tour throughout parts of the States.
Is that a tour of Asian massage parlors?
Yeah, a tour of massage parlors. Yep. And especially the ones with happy endings. And good luck, Billy.
Please, no cards or letters here at Music Scene Investigation. You want to send them to anybody, go to Worldwide Indie Radio at WWIRradio.com and send them there. We're going to play out with this week's Song of the Week, Kangaroo KF, It's You. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Mark, thank you. Ian and Andrea, thank you as well. We'll talk to you all next week right here on Music Scene Investigation. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Walking out in these shoes, I can't escape these blues without you. No matter how far from home, even places unknown, I found gone tonight. I'm gone tonight.